Welcome back to Make Your Mark, the podcast that helps artists break through the noise and define themselves in music. I'm Soul.
I'm Greg.
And today we got a very special guest with us today, Mr. Bassem Shaker, drummer in On Water, Sacramento Titans. How we doing today, bro?
Dude, we're doing great. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Greg?
What's up, Bass?
What's up, Greg?
We're all doing good?
Chilling,
They know each
chilling.
other already. I just met Bass. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
He's a
cool.
super cool dude so far.
Cool, dude.
I just dropped off a crash cymbal for you.
Yes, sir. 22-inch Byzance medium crash.
I've been holding on to it for like a week. The guy just happened to be in San Jose, so I picked it up for him. It's a real nice piece of equipment.
Dude, you're good. Come out to a show, you'll see it.
Yeah.
You'll get to hear that.
Sounds real nice.
Yeah,
It's great.
I mean, Bass definitely he takes time into his craft for sure.
Yeah.
But
Got it.
honestly, Bass, I don't think we've ever had the conversation, but what got you started into music, in drumming? What was the thing that was the turning point for you?
Yeah, so I've been drumming. I say I've been drumming ever since I was like 3 or 4. And
shit.
the way that came out,
Started early.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I started young, but the way that came about was my dad was in a band, in kind of like a cover band.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, and they would all rehearse at our house, and I remember Steve, his drummer, would come to the house. He'd set up his giant drum kit in the middle of our living room, and I would just be looking at that thing like it was the coolest thing on the planet. Even as young as I was just like,
You were always drawn to the drums?
oh yeah, and then
Okay.
and then on top of that, I mentioned, I come from, my dad was in a band, but my mom is also a music lover.
Mm-hmm.
So they had so many DVDs of live artists. So we had Elton John, the Eagles, Dire Straits, Fleetwood Mac. That was my first love, I think.
Nice.
And what I would do is,
Classics.
oh yeah, they would put these DVDs in for me, and I would take the pillows and I'd literally set it up like a drum set. And my dad told me, he said kind of when he saw this, I was just taking spoons and just kind of doing my thing. And he was like, "Oh my God, look how cute that is." And then he looked closer. He was like, "Wait a minute, he's doing exactly what he's doing." So
You were mimicking.
so I was quite literally mimicking guys like Mick Fleetwood and Don Henley at 3 years old. And that was my first introduction to it. And when I was 6 was when I got my first drum kit. That was that was for my 7th birthday. Was when my parents got me my first drum kit. It was a Tama Rockstar.
Wow, full-size drum kit at 7 years old?
Full-size drum kit at 7 years old.
Wow.
So they,
Jesus.
they did not take it. They didn't take any leeway on that. They were like, "Okay, we'll send you right in there if you want it." And
Okay.
And but honestly, I think that's what helped me was having that full-sized kit rather than just one of those little toys. Because
Right.
to me, it felt more like the instrument.
Man, I got a little cheap Yamaha kit, from Walmart, I think.
Yamahas can be dope, dude.
Yeah.
I can't hate on a Yamaha kit.
Yeah.
There's some kits I'm like, I can't hate on you for playing that.
No, I can't hate on any piece of equipment as long as you're playing. But,
Yeah, exactly.
drums were my first love too. So
Yeah.
Right, I've actually played the little first act drum sets too. When I was younger.
Oh, those things.
My high school had one in the little corner of the music room. They're actually not as bad as you would think.
Yeah, they
You
can
know,
no,
be
I
good.
mean
To get started with, of
you,
course.
Yeah,
you can
obviously.
make any cheaper equipment actually good with a little
100%.
bit of work.
Yeah.
That's
in
what I
all
always tell
honesty.
people is you can make a cheap kit sound good.
Oh yeah,
You just got to know how to get some good heads on it, tune it up, and you'll be great.
the
Surrounded
elite-
with the right cymbals too. You know.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude. Cymbals. I'm a firm believer. Cymbals will absolutely make or break your sound. They
Yeah.
will absolutely make or break your sound.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part about music that's crazy. You can literally, there's so many different things that you can just dabble with, and you're just like, I haven't figured everything
Oh,
out
yeah.
at all.
It gives so much.
At all.
It gives
It's
so
a-
much room for experimentation too.
There's so much experimentation, and there's industry norms, and then there's the ones that are I don't even know why it's an industry norm. It doesn't even work like that.
Nah, for
great.
real.
And you're just
I'll say that for drums, dude. Playing cross-handed should not be the industry norm. I will say that for a fact. It should not be the industry norm.
Really?
Hot take.
Hot take. Cross-handed should not be the industry norm.
So you play open-handed?
I play open-handed. Yeah.
Oh wow. So are you like ambidextrous at all?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The way I had my kit set up for a minute was like the exact same thing on either side. So if you were to take just a giant knife and split it down the middle, it'd be the exact same.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's a little bit different. I've moved a couple things around, but it's still majorly ambidextrous.
I like that.
So I like doing that. I like doing a lot of like leads on the left hand and having different sounds on the left side than on the right side, so that it can bring some more texture to the song.
I like that.
Yeah.
It changes the way you play it too, huh?
Oh, it absolutely does. Dude, when I started playing open-handed, well, because I started playing open-handed for a different reason, because I used to kind of have my kit set up in like the normal kick is the center kind of way. And when I would play cross-handed, especially after I got injured, I noticed that because I don't really have a lot of like core muscles.
Okay.
So I couldn't really turn my body to face the hi-hat. So I'd end up having to bring my arm almost all the way out here, and I noticed I started getting like a lot of shoulder issues. So then what I did I just kind of had an X hat on this side, but then I was like, yeah, but I want to have one closed and one open just so I can still sort of play normally. If there really is a normal for drums, let's be honest here.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. And then I actually saw a video of Simon Phillips playing, and he's right-handed, but he plays left-handed on a right-handed kit. And he was explaining how that makes it that he can sit completely centered, and he can just play how he normally would, but still completely centered. His back is straight, and I was like, I'm gonna try that. And once I did, I was like, dude, this is how it should be.
I feel you. Okay, actually, so I wanted to ask you a little bit more about that then.
Yeah.
Like regarding your injury, is that the only difference that you've noticed in terms of adapting your playing style since you've been in a wheelchair?
I'd say yes and no, because, well, first, the obvious adaptation is I do not have full function on my legs.
Right, working the pedals is a little different.
Working the pedals is definitely really different. Also, the way I sit is different. I sit really high and also really far back.
Okay. I noticed that watching you at Titan Fest. When, for those who don't know, he filled in for a moment's notice at Titan Fest last year, which was super cool to see.
Crushed it.
Yep.
Thank you. But yeah, so yeah, kind of have to position my legs in a way that is the most optimal for me to be able to play.
Right.
So I don't have calf function. So I'm not doing like this, but I do have a decent right quad, and my left quad is like kind of weak, but it's able to fire a little bit.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is, because of the way I'm sitting, I'm able to kind of force down through my quads, and that's kind of how I've been able to figure out how to do double strokes as well. Is just by kind of using that rebound. So it definitely took a lot of adaptations, and I bought a lot of different pedals to test out which ones worked, and I ended up settling on the Trick Pro 1Vs. That was
solid choice.
Those were the ones that I was like, yeah, these are what's going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the sitting really high up and far back gives you more downforce.
Yeah, it gives me more downforce, but it also, what I noticed when I would sit low, my hip flexors would already be flexed. So say like if I just want to play a groove, because I have also a little bit in my hip flexors, I would have to kind of fight against myself to pick the leg up to just get a groove going. So being able to have it more open, even though the travel distance may be a little bit higher, I'm more stretched out and open. So I'm able to kind of be in a little bit more of a relaxed state rather than being all tensed up.
So you're pretty relaxed behind the kit then, like for the most part, even though it's a very I guess strenuous workout.
Oh yeah. I try to be as relaxed as possible.
You optimized how you move your body.
Yeah,
you got it set up ergonomically.
Yeah, even the way my kit is set up. Even the way my kit is set up, because like I said, I can't really lean forward. So being able to have everything at my fingertips, being able to just do whatever I need to do and not have to lean forward like this.
Right, without having to rotate too much.
Exactly. So literally everything about my kit has been perfectly optimal to my body, which is funny because whenever a friend gets on it, they're like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, it's for me, it's not for you.
It's customized. Yeah. And that's true for every drummer. I mean, you're going to want to have it set up exactly to your specifications regardless. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like it's cooler, honestly, when it makes zero sense to another drummer. Like when you have it set up so unique, and just so your style, because it makes it feel like you have more of a unique style. Than
exactly,
most.
And it also makes you play differently too. Like it makes you come up with different riffs or different licks like to put during the song, and it just makes it more like you.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've also seen drummers where I'm like when I saw Ray Luzier for the first time, his kit is it looks awesome, but the more you look into it, it looks so out of whack that it looks like, to me, the first time I saw it looked like one of the guitarists when they tried to set it up. I was like, what is going on? But then you see him play it; he plays it flawlessly.
Right. Yeah, that's a good example, because I'm a huge fan of Ray Luzier. I actually met him
Ray's the GOAT, dude.
Yeah, he really is. Repping Pittsburgh, I think. Ooh. I met him at a drum clinic in San Jose, and he signed a drumstick for me. I still have that. That was cool. But I've watched some documentaries on Korn, and there was one from Mayhem Festival where they show how they set up his kit. Yeah. And they have it pre-assembled in the back of like big rigs.
Do they actually?
They keep it in the back of trailers, and they like put like the left half together with the right half, and they kind of wheel it together on top of a riser. The whole thing is pre-assembled because you can't put that shit together every night.
You cannot put that together every night.
There's probably 35 different pieces.
Yeah.
And he's kind of known for having the china way up here
and like doing all of this
stuff.
Yeah.
He hits it with both hands. He's got a china on this side and on this side, and there's crashes everywhere. Yeah. Stacks and rides, like very signature look.
He easily has like one of the coolest kits out there.
It really is. Dude. Ray Luzier is one of my favorite drummers. I'm glad you brought him up. I love talking about him.
I love Ray so much.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
See, I'm like a pocket groove guy, so like Tom, I'm like
shout out to the pocket.
Shout out to pocket groovers.
Like Thomas Pridgen, like bro.
That dude is good.
That dude is pocket every time he plays. Like I'm like watching him, like damn, dude, that motherfucker. He can hit a groove and he just gets in it. And you're like,
that's like Eric Moore too.
Eric Moore's crazy,
dude. He's phenomenal.
Aaron Spears.
Oh, dude, rest in peace. Dude.
Anderson .Paak.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
For sure.
Anderson
bro, like the fact that he raps and he fucking plays drums, I'm like, damn, bro.
Respect to that.
Like, I'm like, bro, like him and Aaron Gillespie have something that like not a lot of people do really well, and they do it really well.
That sings while they play, like I have just the utmost respect for them, because I cannot even fathom how you'd be able to do that.
It's a fifth extremity that you're using, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That level of multitasking is something I've never even dared to try.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, bro, that like I'm like, one, you have to like figure out how to isolate this hand, and your left and right foot, and then you're like, now my voice too, and you're like, how are you doing five different things?
To be able to project like that too, because you have to project a lot when you sing, and to be able to project like that and have that breath control when you're playing arguably the most physical instrument on the planet.
Yeah,
right.
It's like, dude, I don't know how you're able to do that.
It's not just the cadences either. Like you're adding the voice to it. It's not just like a fifth element of rhythm. Like the cadence is one thing, but then there's also like the pitches. Sometimes the vocals are hitting a different rhythmic pattern than the drums are. It's just much. Yeah. It's very like it's like you got a left brain, right brain, up brain, down brain, and they're all working at the same time.
Little brain up to the side.
I could never.
I don't know how. Respect to anyone who does that.
Is that a mole? No, that's my other brain.
It popped out when I started singing on stage. Actually, since we brought up Anderson .Paak, shout out to Silk Sonic.
Silk Sonic.
Because Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Anderson plays the drums, and then they have a band when they play live, but like when I heard that album, it came out in 2021 or something like that.
Yeah, for
easily.
An Evening with Silk Sonic, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
And I noticed the two artists that had collaborated to create that, and I noticed, okay, so whenever Anderson is on the vocals, he's also playing drums, and just knowing that is like, some cool stuff to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very talented.
Yeah, extremely talented musician.
Mm-hmm.
Drums are definitely one of the coolest instruments out there.
Oh yeah.
But it's also the most expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. That's why you go for...
It's the most expensive. It takes the most work to set up and tear down, and you also get the least amount of credit in your band.
Well...
No.
I mean, I think drummers get their flowers. I feel worse for for bass players.
Oh yeah.
Oh, bass players,
dude.
Yeah.
But again, this is only for people who don't actually participate in music in any way. They just casually listen to it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the situation where the bass player is forgotten about. But the truth is, every member of a band is so necessary. We're rhythm section.
Yeah.
Like we're drummers.
Yeah.
You play bass.
Yep.
And I mean, you're a vocalist in your band, but you understand
the
importance of the foundation that the rhythm section is in a band. It's so crucial because if you remove it,
I think there's
song is empty.
I think there are some bands where the rhythm section is very well known. Like I think the biggest example I can think of is Dream Theater, where every single person who knows Dream Theater knows Mike Portnoy and John Mayung, the bassist.
Yes.
So I'm like, dude, there's some bands out there that's like that rhythm section is the reason why they're famous, or at least a pretty good part of it. But yeah, in most cases, you know what? Shout out Kevin, you're the coolest bassist.
There you go.
That's the bassist in On Water.
In Dream Theater, okay, absolutely. Shout out to him.
Shout out Kevin.
And in Dream Theater, you just kind of made me think about this. I don't know why this is the way it sounds to me, but their rhythm sections are so intricate that sometimes it feels like the vocals are like a layer to complement the rhythm section.
Yeah.
Like it almost kind of like glides on top of it. Everyone in that band is insanely talented.
Oh yeah.
See, that's like, it's such a weird take, like, but like with like new A Moment's Notice stuff, like Sergio and Anthony play. It's weird. So like, this is why Sergio doesn't make sense, because like the dude's on like 25% of his fucking ability to play, and he's a type 1 diabetic and he's on dialysis. For those that don't know, he's like in pain all the time, but he plays note for note what the guitar plays on a 6-string baritone bass, but then also hits the rhythm notes with the kick. So he sometimes hybrid picks.
He's wild.
And like, I don't think a lot of people really get, because they see it and they're just like, oh, it's another guitarist.
Yeah.
And then like they pay attention closer and they're like, hold the fuck up, wait a minute. Like, and like we were talking about this in the studio yesterday, and we're like, what happens if like Sergio gets too sick and he can't tour, and we're backtracking that shit. Like, who the fuck is gonna play that? Like, it's almost impossible.
Well, also,
so like when you like say like don't like the basses aren't getting their flowers, I'm like, there's some out there that you're just like, yeah, there's no way to replicate that. Like, you have to be a guitarist and you also have to be a really strong bassist at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's what Sergio is. And it's like, it's really weird because it sounds like, guitar, like bass and guitar. They're the same kind of like instrument. No. Not even remotely close.
Not at all. And it's also a little bit of an outdated trope that bass players are forgotten about, because there's certainly a lot of noteworthy bass players out there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad that people are recognizing it more so these days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's why, like, every time I'm like, God damn, Sergio, how the hell? Like, like you've played with him. Like, the dude shreds. And you're just like, what?
He comes into the room looking like kind of like half asleep a little bit, kind of grimacing. And then the minute that backtrack plays, he's just...
Yeah,
like,
focus
what
face.
the fuck is going on right now?
He's wild. He's literally one of the wildest people ever, and I'm like, dog, this dude was literally just throwing up and dying, like, and like because of
dude
like
just came from dialysis.
Yeah, like he just came from dialysis. Like, people don't usually walk, and this dude just gets on stage and just plays like shit that most bass players will never be able to play. Like, I'll that's the hot take from my band. Like I'm just a vocalist, bro, but like those guys, man, they're fucking talented. Some of the shit that they've been writing lately, I'm like, what?
I mean, you see what Primus was doing back in the day.
Yeah, it's like shit like that. Like, when you see certain artists like that, you're just like, huh? Like, I didn't even know my guitarist could play Polyphia until yesterday. And all of a sudden, he starts playing Euphoria, and I was like,
what?
Bitch. What?
They're talented, for sure.
I was like,
actually,
that's a hard fucking song to play. And he's just like, fucking... I was like... Cool. All right.
It's like, okay.
No,
I'm just gonna
they're
fuck
definitely
off now.
talented.
They're
bro.
amazing.
Speaking of that, though, I want to give you an opportunity to answer this question too.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of the music that you've played on stage, like, what was the most memorable song that you have experienced performing, and what was the preparation like for that?
Ooh.
Have there ever been any songs that you were like intimidated by?
I'm going to speak about this in both my band and when I filled in for AMN.
Okay,
in my band, We have a song that's going to be on the new album that we release next month in April.
Okay.
And it's a song. It's very, very blast beat heavy.
Okay.
But they're like musical blast beats. If like that's like the best way. It's not like just straight like da 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 da. It's like there's like almost like bursts and like kind of splits. It's like and going in between with the kicks. Mm-hmm. First time I wrote that, like I remember, I want to think Emery came in with the original riff, and when I heard like right when I heard it, I was like, this is a song that I'm just going to plow through. Like
Okay.
I want this song to be the holler. Like I want to just go nuts with the drums. And then I wrote, and then you know I went with the riff, and then I tracked everything, and then I got back to playing it, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to play this live. It's
Yeah.
Bro, I love that feeling though. when you like track something and you're like, fuck yeah, I crushed it, and then you're like,
oh no,
shit, I gotta play that live.
Like, oh no.
No, yeah.
Because you're only playing sometimes a segment
Yeah, exactly.
to like track it. You're like, hey, retrack that part real quick.
Yeah,
and then you're just
everything when you do something in the studio, it's so much different than when you play it live. Because when you play it live, you have to
You're just going.
You can't split it apart into chunks and have an 8 count going in your head. Like no, you have to be able to pummel through it. And I was just like, oh god.
Oftentimes you've played like 3 songs right before that, a few right
Oh my
after.
God.
During a
Dude.
set list, you're gonna get more gas than
We
usual.
literally have to make our set list in like based on how I feel, because there's certain songs like with the double kick that they'll be like, hey, maybe this one is first, and I'm like,
I
that
feel
one
like
cannot
that's
be
like
first.
the move though.
Oh yeah,
Like I mean, even AMN did it.
yeah.
Like that's what we do. We're like, hey, like the fucking songs that are gonna fucking like really beat your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably gonna play those first.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we're gonna switch over to the stuff that's more groovy
Yeah.
that you can like you're not like gassing like the
Yeah.
entire time.
I'm like normally like what we've kind of been doing for the last couple shows is we just start really hard, and then there's like a good section of like kind of some grooving a little bit, or like I mean not really grooving, but like it's less intense.
Yeah,
And then the last 2 songs we're just like, all right, back to punching people in the face.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the recipe that like I've even done. So like that's
Yeah.
cool to hear that like other people have had that kind of same realization, because I feel like that's like something like you gotta like when you're paying attention to building a set, like there's a lot more thought that goes into it than just like, oh yeah, we're gonna play our most popular song fucking third, like
Yeah.
you're like, and it's like the most complex song, and you're like, yeah,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah. No, you got to think about the arc of it. You have to design it around energy consumption.
Oh, yeah.
Is a
Yeah.
big one, especially On Water's a deathcore band.
Yeah.
And A Moment's Notice is metalcore.
Yeah.
You know,
Metalcore as
there's a
fuck.
lot of energy that goes into it,
Oh, yeah.
and you definitely have to think about which song is going to keep people in the room till the end of your set. So
Exactly.
that's why the most popular
that's
song.
another thing. That's kind of what we actually literally had this conversation like a few days ago, where we're just like, we want to start the set with the intent that people are instantly going to be hooked on this. That like
Yes.
that they're
Yeah.
not going to get bored at the beginning and then like make them feel like they have to wait. Like no, if we come out all guns blazing, that's actually going to increase the energy, and people are actually going to want to like get in the pit and just go wild.
Oh yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
that's that goes all the way back into your writing process.
Oh,
for
yeah.
your music, because I would say that not only is the opener crucial in your set list, but also the closer is
Oh,
crucial.
my God, yeah.
Every song
Yeah.
is important, of course. Your music
Yeah.
all has to be good, but it goes all the way back to the writing room, because you want to design your music for the live experience.
Exactly.
And specifically your opener, because if you write an album and you have an opening track on the album or EP or whatever you're releasing,
Yeah.
you want to design that as a show opener. What's going to
Exactly.
make people turn their heads and
Yeah.
want to pay
Yeah.
attention? And then somewhere in the middle is maybe where you can introduce them to a newer flavor if you're working on a sound change.
Yeah.
And the end is the one that everybody's been waiting to hear the whole night anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's a formula that everybody should be
Or
following
having
when they're
those ones that everyone wants to hear as an encore. Would
Yeah.
be the other one.
If you're at that level,
'cause
too,
I,
for sure.
I actually recently, me and my girlfriend recently went to go see Ghost for
Okay.
our 1 year.
What a theatrical experience.
Oh
huh?
my god! I will be fully upfront. before, like, she was the one that got me into them, because originally I'm like, I don't really like them, and then we started dating. I'm just like, yeah, okay, these guys are all right. After that show, I'm a fan. Like,
Sometimes you have to see a band
after
live.
that show, I'm like, dude, I'm hooked on it. I was literally listening to them on the drive to come here. Like,
I feel like that's very much a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know I liked Queens of the Stone Age until I saw them at Aftershock and was like, yo, these dudes rip.
Yeah,
But like, you know, I was like, they
but
rip
like the
hella
way,
hard.
but like not only the theatrics, but that set list was just like, it was quite literally exactly what you were saying. It was like expertly crafted, but the whole night, like, it was just high energy the whole night. But when I saw that, I'm like, dude, the respect you have to have for the crew that that puts on a show like that, you have to see it to believe it. Like, it was, I'm genuinely wondering, I'm like, how do they put this up every single night? Like, it's not something where they take like 3-day breaks in between. Like, no, this is an every night thing. And I'm like, dude, how are y'all pulling this off? Like,
It's a real production, and you know, it makes you wonder what it was like for them when they first started out.
oh my God.
Because
yeah.
my favorite example to look at is Slipknot.
Oh
Like,
my God.
Imagine at a local show
You
when
see like
they haven't
9
really
people come in.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, we're all the band, and the
It was like, what?
venue staff is like, are you serious? Like, 9 people? But now it makes sense because
Yeah.
they have this whole theatrical production. They have extra percussionists.
Exactly.
The whole thing is well thought out.
Yeah.
But they have, same thing with Korn we were talking about earlier. They have multiple tractor trailers following them on the freeway, following their bus.
Yeah.
Because there's so much equipment.
Yeah.
And getting started, like, as a band that large, or a band with like Ghost with that much theatrical production, is very, like, it's worthy of a lot of respect, because you want to have your operation run smoothly from the get, because when you're self-funded, it's tough to operate as any local project, because you're straight out of pocket. So they decided that was an important piece of what they wanted to be. What their image is just as important as the sound of the music.
Like, you know, and you can even see like earlier shows of Ghost when like they still had the costumes and all that stuff. It's like, I mean, even a band like Sleep Token is the same thing. But it's like, you look at a band like that and you're like, you instantly know the vision that they had behind their project.
Oh yeah.
And that, to me, it's like, I respect that a lot, because it's like, you knew what you wanted and you just went for it.
Yeah. And, you know, every artist gets to choose for themselves what they want to really focus on. Ghost and Slipknot decided that they wanted it to be just as much of a theatrical live experience as they wanted to focus on the music.
Exactly.
But that kind of brings up a question I have in mind for you as well.
Yeah.
I want to know, for people who are just being introduced to you right now, how would you describe yourself as an artist? What do you want people to know right out the gate? And you could take a minute to think about that, because we can cut it down.
Well, because we're talking about like how like other artists are like defining themselves, and how and how they're creating their identity. So like it's cool to see like, or like ask the insight of like what is your vision for yourself? Like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
there's
definitely
some reflection there.
I mean, definitely, like, I'm trying to think. Like, I definitely try to view myself as someone who is like multi-genre. Because so before I was a metal drummer, I was actually a trained jazz drummer.
Really?
Yeah. So
jazz is tight.
Jazz is tight.
Yep. So I was playing in jazz bands since I was like 12 or 13. And then even in high school, playing in like high school jazz bands, going and competing in contests and all that stuff. So, and I think doing all of that has still shaped the way I play in deathcore. Because like I said, I try to keep my parts to be I almost try to think of them as like skiing or snowboard culture, like having stees with the parts rather than just guns blazing whole time. Like, you know when to hold back, and then you know when to have your moment. So I try to keep that in mind a lot when I write parts. But then obviously there's some songs where if they write a riff, they're just like, go nuts. They're just like, do whatever the hell you want. But then most of the time they're just like, you know, you can do that. And I always keep that in my head of like, I've like, oh, I can do a part like this in this section. And then in this section, I can maybe ramp it up a little bit. And then when we go into a chorus, just have like the biggest open groove you can possibly think of. And then breakdown is a breakdown. So I like to think of myself as kind of like multi-genre, and I still play those genres today, even though I'm not known for that. I'll still work to keep that because if you work for something for so long and you get it, you want to be able to keep that. You don't want it to just go to waste.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's facts.
Wide scope of influence.
yeah, exactly.
I like to try to be the same way. I listen to just as much R&B and hip hop as metal music, and I like to have a lot of like groove based swagger in my playing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like right now, I play in Traders, and I couldn't have asked for a better song or a better band to apply my playing style to.
Yeah.
Like every drummer likes to focus on different things, and I like that you say you like to be influenced by like multiple genres.
Yeah.
It definitely keeps you honest, keeps you versatile. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, yeah. Being an artist is like, there's layers to this shit.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot.
There's so many layers to this, and like, it's crazy, like, because we'll have different guests on, and we'll talk about music, but every single damn story is like, there's similarities, but there's so much difference.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone had a different take on it, and so it's like, don't get wrapped up in the BS, guys. Like, just do what you're doing, focus on what you're doing, be the best version of yourself, and whatever your goals, whatever your identity is for yourself as an artist,
They'll come to fruition.
yeah, like make that the thing. Don't worry about anybody else. Keep the noise down. Just focus on you, because at the end of it, you're the only one that can play your instrument. The person to the left and right cannot play your instrument. You have to play
That's
it.
facts.
Keep the noise down and turn the volume up.
Yeah, man. That's,
I'm corny as hell. Sorry about that.
Nah. That's facts. It's corny. It's corny, but it's facts though.
It's facts.
It's facts.
Yeah, no, it's
like you gotta do what you want to do. And even if somebody's like, "Oh man, Bass, I don't know, man. Like, should you really be playing that?" And you're like, "I'm gonna play it that way.
Yeah. So I'm going to play it this way.
I'm gonna play it this way because I want to play it this way, and I enjoy playing this way, and it's not breaking any musical rules or anything like
I'm
that.
going to
that
have a
are gonna
massive
be
drum
the-
kit because I want to.
Unapologetically.
Yeah, like I mean, dude, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Like that's what makes you an artist.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
That, to take away from this is you have to be you.
Yeah.
Adapting to changes, making all the adjustments that you needed to do to be continuing on the journey of your art.
Yeah.
And that within itself is massive. So
Yeah.
massive. I love it.
Nah, it's cool, man.
Dude, honestly, like, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, dude, of
Like,
course.
I mean, I got so much fucking love for you.
Yeah, dude, awesome.
Yeah, like, I love playing with you. I love when you fill in for us, because you shred. 260 BPM double strokes first song right out the gate at a festival.
Oh my god, dude, that was
Fucking
In
gnarly.
the Sacramento heat.
That was
summer.
that was gonna be the second story I was gonna bring up of the song that of the performance that I was like intimidated by was that song right there. It was Built by the Whispers. The second,
Word.
yeah, because when you sent me that song and I just heard that and I was just like, oh boy.
Easily one of the most crazy and moments
Yeah.
notice songs.
Well, I mean, there was another song. There was another song in the set list. The one, "Decay." That was
Decay is a wild one.
dude.
too.
"Decay" was a wild one. I spent so much. I spent arguably more time on that one than I did on Built, and because when I got the audio file, there wasn't a click track behind it, so I was just trying to go based off of like, okay, I'm trying to play this in 4. I had no idea that it was in 6 until I got to the first practice, and I was like, oh, okay, now I can actually figure it out. And then I spent more time on it. Then I get to the festival, and then the song comes on. I'm like, okay, yeah, go for it. And then I just hear,
Oh yeah, you unplugged yourself. I
I
forgot.
unplugged myself. I don't hear click, guitar,
Oh.
vocals, bass, nothing.
Nothing.
I am
Nothing.
in the dark. I could not hear a single thing, and I was freaking out so much. I have a video on my phone of like the drum cam where like you can't see my face, but you can absolutely tell when it happened because I start speeding up so fast, and then I'm trying the whole time like, where the fuck are we? I'm like trying to like wave someone down. I'm like, dude, help me. And then I kind of like, luckily I was able. There was at one point where you turned back at me. And it was like, and I saw you do the exact same thing that you do before it goes into like that kind of slow breakdown part. So I was like, okay, this is where we're at. Yeah. And then I'm just like struggling the whole song. And after that, I was just like, I'm never getting called again.
Calls him the next week. What's up, dog?
Yeah. I was like, oh, crap.
I talk about a heart attack.
Yeah, dude,
That's my worst nightmare.
Dude,
I
I
understand.
was shitting myself so bad during that because I was just like, what's happening?
Well, shit.
Shit.
Props to you for getting through it.
We made it work. We made it work.
You always do.
Yeah,
you're
we made it work.
you're a baller.
Hell yeah.
I love playing music in general, but then like playing music with new people is always fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a new experience.
Yeah.
So
It also brings a new perspective onto things. We're writing with a new person.
Oh yeah, different dynamics for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I mean, dude, this is a joy. Like,
yeah.
just like having you here has been nothing but amazing. So
Yeah, thank you.
I really appreciate you coming on
Yeah, of course.
and
Thank
like
you for having me.
spending time on the podcast because
Yeah, of
you know
course.
we love talking about this. We may be working our lives away. One day we're gonna
One
be
day.
doing this podcast more than our normal lives,
Oh,
which
yeah.
will be tight.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get there.
Oh, yeah.
With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. Go share this with your friends. Go give On Water some love. Go show Bass some love because he's the shit. And
Got a new album coming out April 24th.
Yep.
Go check that out.
Go check that out. That needs to be a thing. And see you guys next time.
Peace out.